Greetings everyone, welcome back. It's internationalvin.com. So today, breaking news from the U.S. Supreme Court in a 6-3 decision. They have ruled against Donald Trump's IEEPA tariffs. So I'm going to give you a quick breakdown on what that means for companies and importers, small and large, like myself. So as you know, since April of 2025, as Donald Trump came into office, he increased tariffs on pretty much every trading partner of the United States, bringing in chaos, unpredictability, instability for business owners in terms of bringing product into the United States, in terms of making financial decisions, hiring decisions, buying decisions, and all of that. So with the increase of tariffs, that means that U.S. importers are paying more for products from abroad, for example, from China, Vietnam, Mexico, and any other country. And so that's not a good thing. In fact, it's the U.S. businesses or importer of record, such as myself, that orders products overseas from Vietnam. It comes in a container to the U.S. port, and then we must pay the duty that is assigned to the value of the container before it gets released into the United States. So in my case, I have to pay 20% tariffs on home and garden products from Vietnam, whereas before that time it was maybe 2.5%. So I am paying for those tariffs, not the foreign countries or foreign companies, as the Trump administration likes you to believe. And so what does that mean? Usually the importers, for example, if you're talking about Costco, Walmart, Best Buy, Target, any of those large companies that buy products overseas, when they bring them into the US, eventually they'll pass those costs on to consumers like you and I. So that's eventually what happens. In fact, the Budget Lab at Yale, a nonpartisan research think tank that analyzes these policy decisions and their effects on Americans, they have concluded that the tariffs are costing American households at least $3,800 US. So each household in America is paying that much more, about $4,000 US of extra duty or extra cost expenses in their budget. So it's not a good thing for any American here. So what does that mean, that the Supreme Court and their decision? Well, right off, for example, I can go back to my customs broker, the people that helped bring my product into the US for entry, for consumption. I can go back to them and ask them to file a post summary correction, or a PSC, so they can go back and readjust the 7501 form on my behalf and then resubmit that to CBP. And then once the government receives that, months later, they may issue a refund check to my company. I might receive that in the mail. So that's what I'm hoping to do. I know it might take some time, several weeks and several months at the very least. And with all this chaos and other importers scrambling to do the same thing, it's probably going to take a long time. But it's good to know, it's refreshing as a small business owner to know that I might have extra cash coming back in my account, and anything helps, and it's a lifeline for small business owners. So that's a little bit of a summary and the latest on the Supreme Court decision and the effects it may have for small business owners like myself and other big companies. So that's good news for importers, for global trade, and all of people that are working in supply chain, and for the American economy. Okay, that's it for now. If you have any questions, please reach out. Thank you very much.